The two teams have been introduced. National anthem has been played, and we're just about ready to get this showdown between the Bulldogs and Northern State underway here from Romano Gym in Duluth. Again, thank you for joining us. Matt Johnson alongside Jerry Oster. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. We have a real treat for you this evening. Bulldogs and the Wolves meeting for the second time here in 2019-20. First go-around took place on January 25th, so just a few weeks ago. The Bulldogs ended up winning that contest 87-79. It was quite the duel in the post between Alex Ilikanen and Parker Fox. Ilikanen had 29 points for the Bulldogs on 12 for 19 shooting, while Parker Fox had 30 points in that contest on 13 for 19 shooting. So we're really looking forward to this one as the ball is up and the Wolves will get first possession as they control the opening tip, and we are officially underway here between the Bulldogs and the the Northern State Wolves, as the Bulldogs playing defense the first time. Pass comes left-hand side. Here's a shot up right away, and a three-point make for Gabe King, the senior from Irene, South Dakota, knocking down the jump shot from long range, and it's 3-0 in favor of the Wolves. Expect this one to be tight pretty much throughout, Jerry. These two teams pretty evenly matched. As the Bulldogs into the front court, right-hand side now, Rorschach, bounce pass, right side baseline, this is Ilikanen. Skip pass now for Entwistle. Trevor Entwistle for the Bulldogs, out on top now, Logan Rorschach. Right-hand side now, Brandon Meyer. Meyer 2 points away from becoming the second all-time leading scorer in Bulldog history. Gives the pass down low, spinning with the right hand was Ilikanen, left out the back rim, no good. Rebound to the Wolves, who are in their road maroon-clad jerseys, going from right to left. The Bulldogs in their home whites, going from left to right here on your screen in the opening 20 minutes. They'll hand it out. This is Chapman now going into the corner. There's the player to keep an eye on, Parker Fox. Now the pass comes back for Fox. He flips up the shot, leaves it short, but will draw the foul on Ilikanen. And the native of Matamidi, Minnesota, 6'8" sophomore, will head to the free throw line to shoot two here, or are they going to call it on the floor? Actually, they're going to call it on Rorschach, so therefore it will be on the floor. I thought they were going to get Ilikanen on the foul. And it'll be a trigger in now as the pass comes in, far side. Three-point shot is up by Mason Stark, no good off the back rim. By the way, Stark, an incredible three-point shooter. We'll keep an eye on him. He's shooting nearly 60% from long range for the year. He's over 59%. We'll flip to those numbers to you in a minute now. Is spinning, getting a shot swatted away was Ilikanen by Parker Fox. Now into the corner, this is Entwistle. Skip pass now for Meyer. Meyer now the jump shot through the middle, and he knocks it down. And there's the first bucket of the ball game, and now Brandon Meyer officially second all-time in scoring at UMD. Came in needing 2 points to move into that spot. And now it's at 18:05, I believe, is his career total. And it's now a 3-2 ball game, but coming right back and going all the way in and scoring. As Andrew Coleman to get the bucket, 5-2 your score. Now back the other direction. Here's Entwistle, wild shot on the baseline, no good, over the top of everything. And Tommy Chapman comes back the other direction now for Northern State. Right-hand side now King. He'll hand it off for Tommy Chapman out on top. Now it's King. Lobbing it down low. Here's Parker Fox. Fox against Brandon Meyer. Now will hang in the air. Goes up with the shot. Left it short. Good defense by Brandon Meyer on that sequence. Loose ball picked up by Drew Blair. And now Entwistle advances into the front court for the Bulldogs. Senior from Neenah, Wisconsin goes right-hand side now. Logan Rorschach. Now Drew Blair. He'll square up. Take a long three-point shot and knock it down. Soft touch from Drew Blair out on top with the left hand. And it's good, and we're tied up 5 apiece. As the Wolves now will come across the timeline. Tommy Chapman goes left-hand side. Here's Mason Stark, sophomore from Chandler, Arizona. Losing the handle on the ball. Turnover is picked up now by Entwistle. Left-hand side, Blair thought about taking another 3. This time he'll put it on the deck, top of the key. Hand it off now, Entwistle. Left-hand side now, Brandon Meyer being checked by Gabe King. Puts the ball on the deck. Now Meyer. Off from Drew Blair. Blair on the head fake is picked up by Gabe King on the switch. Now bounce pass comes left side elbow. Backing down now. Meyer against Chapman. Goes up with a right-handed shot. Off the mark. No good. Fouls up with all misses. Takes it home. 4-2. Brandon Meyer has 4 of the Bulldogs' first 7 points. And UMD leads at 7-5 here. It's about 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first half. As Chapman in the front court goes right-hand side. Andrew Coleman. Coleman now out on top. Goes for Gabe King on the wing. Gabe King takes the screen for Parker Fox, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Fox as he set the screen against Drew Blair. It's the first foul of the game called against the Wolves. Comes with 16:23 remaining in the opening 20 minutes of play.
It's definitely one of the loudest games you're going to hear in Romano so far this season, since the about entire football team and part of other UMD sports teams are here. So I got quite a ruckus crowd on our right side here.
Indeed, it's going to be a loud gym here tonight in Duluth. Nothing wrong with that as Blair now off the screen. He'll go for 3. That one's short, no good. Uncontested rebound for Parker Fox. And now Chapman. And in the front court, Mason Stark. Stark now, right-hand side Chapman. Tommy Chapman now, left-hand side. Nearly traveled. Instead he goes out on top. Now here's Parker Fox. Fox goes left-hand side. King will tee up a 3-point shot. That one skims the rim, no good. Rebound fought for underneath. Neil Cannon comes out there with it for the Bulldogs. Long lead pass now coming in the front court. Here's Meyer hanging in the air. This is a shot off the window, no good. Blair gets the rebound and had it stripped away. Still loose, and now Stark comes out there with it. He'll go all the way himself and lay it in for 2. Mason Stark gets the bucket. And we're tied up 7 apiece here. 4.5 elapsed here in the opening half. As Entwistle crosses the timeline, left-hand side out on top, Logan Rorschach. Back for Entwistle, now he'll tee up a 3-point shot. That one skims out, no good. Rebound grab by Fox. Lead pass in the front court, King, left-hand wing. Gabe King, Chapman out on top. Now Parker Fox puts it on the deck. But they're going to call him for traveling. Jumping his feet before he put it on the deck, the Wolves leading scorer. And on the turnover now, we'll go back over to UMD. Entwistle now into the front court. UMD 7, Northern State 7, right-hand side. Brandon Meyer, left-hand side, no Rorschach. He'll hand it off for Entwistle. Lob it down, left side block. Illicaden working against Fox. Fighting him up, now picks up his dribble, kicks it out. Rorschach will give a rainbow 3-point shot a try. Off the back rim, no good. Rebound fought for underneath. And ripping it out there is Andrew Coleman. Coleman now for Fox. Fox goes all the way to the bucket, misses the shot. Tipped by Chapman is no good. Rebound still being batted around. And now comes out for Mason Stark. Right side wing, 3-point shot is up and good by Gabe King. He's got 2 threes so far, 10-7 now. The Wolves back up by 3. The next whistle will have our first media timeout of the evening as Entwistle crosses the timeline. Comes off the screen by Illicaden out on top. The former Wisconsin Badger now will hand it off for Brandon Meyer. Now Rorschach coming off the screen by Meyer. Back for Drew Blair. Blair now spinning around. Picks up his dribble, goes up with a left-handed shot. Left it a little bit short. Rebound tipped around. Illicaden has it. Goes trying to go back up. Lobs it over the top. Couldn't finish against the long arms of Parker Fox. Rebound to the Wolves. And now Chapman into the front court. King. Chapman off the screen by Fox. Goes down left-hand side. Now he'll turn with the one-handed floater from 13 feet away in the painted area, and he'll score. And now a 5-point lead for the Wolves. This is their largest lead here so far. Nearly 7 minutes elapsed in the opening half. Entwistle lobs over the top now for Brandon Meyer, and he goes up and finishes with the right hand. Nice read between the two seniors on that sequence. And whistle to Meyer, he lays it in. Meyer's got 6. 3-point lead now, Northern State as they come into the front court. Out on top now, Andrew Coleman coming off the screen, out on top by Parker Fox. Now goes one-on-one with Blair. Goes on the right-hand side, his shot blocked away by Blair. He picks up the loose ball, UMD in transition back to their direction. As Blair against Chapman. Goes all the way down and got hacked as he tried to go up toward the rim. And that foul will be whistled, I believe, on Mason Stark. And with that whistle, we officially now have our first media timeout of the ball game. Good action so far. We played 6 minutes, 56 seconds, and the score is the Wolves 12, the Bulldogs 9, and we'll take a break and come back before the first half. Right after this, this is Bulldog men's basketball, courtesy of Bulldog Productions in Bulldog Country. Old Dutch Foods is proud to support the Bulldogs. They're to you fresh from the heart of the upper Midwest. From our signature Old Dutch boxes of potato chips to your favorite restaurant-style premium tortilla chips, Old Dutch has the perfect snacks to satisfy any of your cravings. As we come out of the timeout, it'll be Drew Blair, Bulldogs' second leading scorer on the season, to shoot 2 here for UMD. And the first free throw for the smooth lefty is up and good. Blair has one of the softer releases that you'll ever see. Drew so far in the ball game has 4. And now 5 as he knocks down both free throws. And now it's a 1-point lead here for Northern State. As the Wolves were triggered in, now Coleman remains in the ball game to play point here. Chapman actually got subbed out the last break. In for the first time, Cole Dahl. As into the front court, also in for the first time, Jordan Belka for Northern State and head coach Saul Phillips. Belka now left-hand side, now stepping back. There's a 3-point shot that's up by Coleman up the back rim, no good. Rebound grab by Meyer, and now he's crossing the timeline on the right-hand dribble, goes behind his back. Picks it up, goes left-hand side. Now here's Drew Blair. Blair looking for Ilikainen, gives it down to him, and now we're going to have a foul call down low against Belka, the 6'7" sophomore from Rogers, Minnesota. So Jordan Belka with his first personal, third team foul against the Wolves. And it'll be a trigger in now for UMD on the baseline. Drew Blair lobs it over the top now. Here's Alex Ilikainen. Meyer on top of the key now. Will hand it off. Hunter Plowman in for the first time for UMD, and he gets his first touch of the ball game. Now he'll bounce it left side block. Now Ilikainen against Belton, goes up a half hook. Shot's no good. Offensive rebound for Meyer. And now Meyer outside. Blair will tee up a 3-point shot. That's wide to the left. No good. Uncontested rebound grabbed out of there by Dahl. Long lead pass in the front court now for Gabe King. And the Wolves will set up their offense now top of the key. Right-hand dribble now for Andrew Coleman. Now Belka. Handing it off Gabe King. King now dribbling down low. Now he'll fade away from 10 feet. Left-hand side and score the bucket. He's having a good game so far, to say the least. 8 points away for Gabe King. His leading scorer in the ball game, 14-11 now. The Wolves back up by 3. Jack Middleton in for the first time. Out on top now, here's Blair. And off the screen by Ilikainen. Now Alex Ilikainen gets it right back, goes up the left hand and scores it. Classic pick and roll between Blair and Ilikainen on that one, and it's 2 points for Alex Ilikainen inside his first deuce of the ball game. Comes with 11:30 left. And as expected, tight start to this one. 14-13, the Wolves by 1. Coleman now. Outside, here's Dahl. 3-point shot, up for Stark, and he's good. He's done that a lot this year as Mason Stark came in 51 out of 86 from 3-point range. Good for 59.3%. And it's 17-13. Bulldogs down by 4. Now here's Ilikainen on another roll toward the basket, this time on the assist from Flamen. 4 points for Alex Ilikainen. 17-15 now. Northern League cut to 2. Inside out dribble now, Coleman. Out on top, Belka. He'll tee up a 3-point shot. Off the back rim, no good. Rebound for Meyer. Now Blair. Blair coming across the timeline. Ilikainen sets another screen out on top. Right-hand side now, Jack Middleton. Freshman from Edina, Minnesota, gives it out on top. Now here's Drew Blair. 5 new players will check in at the next dead ball. As Blair goes left-hand side now, it's Brandon Meyer. Meyer has it slapped out of his hands by Coleman and now allowed the 5 new players to enter the game. Mason Steffen for UMD along with Yellam Oljai.
It's hard to see the couple of Wolves players coming in there. They're kind of blended with the scoreboard over there on the floor.
Chapman is one of them. It's now off the out of bounds. Meyer all the way to the basket. Overlaid the basket, also checking in for the first time. Roko Dominovic, 6'4" junior from Split in Croatia. He'll hand it off out on top now. Right-hand side now. Here's Chapman having it knocked away. Loose ball on the turnover picked up by the Bulldogs' Middleton. Now back into the front court, Meyer right-hand side, bounce pass now down low, Olchai comes through, has this shot swatted out of there by Fox. Right into the hands of Plowman. Plowman now, Mason Steffen comes off the curl cut, 16 feet from the hoop, picks up his dribble. Now for Middleton, out on top now Meyer, he'll scrap from 3-point range, no good, but will draw the foul on Belka. He was a little over-aggressive trying to defend the 3-point jump shot from Brandon Meyer. And with that whistle, we will have our second media timeout. 9:42 left to play in the opening half. Your score, Northern State 17, Bulldogs 15. This is Bulldog men's basketball, courtesy of Bulldog Productions in Bulldog Country.
Come see what we're smoking at Famous Dave's today, located in Canal Park for all your barbecue and smoked meats. Famous Dave's is proud to support the Bulldogs again this season. As we resume action here with 9:42 remaining, the Bulldogs trailing by 2, 17-15 here.
It's been tight throughout, and Jerry, we talked about this in the pregame, that it was going to be tight. There's no doubt about it. The first game was tight between these two. No reason to think that the second game wouldn't be as well. Bulldogs came in 13-5 in the North Division. And while the Wolves at 14-4, both teams 18-6. So pretty evenly matched up here as Meyer knocks down the first free throw. And he'll look for the tie now on this one. Bulldogs down by 1.
The big thing talking about stats, the real big difference maker here is actually the free throw. 78% for the Bulldogs, as opposed to the 68 for the Northern State Wolves. So that's a spot where the Bulldogs can start forcing fouls, especially like Meyer here, forced it on a 3-point shot. That's a big net gain for the Bulldogs.
Meyer now with the third of the 3 free throws. Knocks it down. He now has 9. Bulldogs back up by 1, 18-17. As Chapman now into the front court. Left-hand side now Parker Fox, who's yet to score in this ball game. He'll hand it off. 3-point shot. That one is up. That one's off the back rim. No good. Rebound by Fox. He goes up and under and lays it in for 2 on the reverse. Initial shot was by Cole Dahl, and Fox, those long arms, the sophomore able to pick it up and reverse it home for his first bucket, and now Northern State back up by 1. Plowman into the front court, top of the key. Now Middleton puts the ball in the deck in the corner now for Plowman. Bounce pass out on top. Steffen. Now Meyer. Meyer goes around. Dominovic goes up for the shot and knocks it down for 2. At about a 3-inch height advantage on Roko Dominovic, and Wolves above him, knocked down the jump shot. And UMD back up by 1 now, 20-19. Meyer with 11 points here so far. As Dominovic now out on top, being guarded by Stefan. Will hand it off now. Here's Parker Fox. Against Olchai, now spins, gets double teamed, kicks it outside. Now Chapman, he'll line up a three-point shot and knock it down. Tommy Chapman, 6'4" freshman from Brooklyn Park, Minnesota on the triple. And now Northern goes back up by 2, 22-20. Back the other way now, Plowman into the front court, top of the key. Now Meyer will try to answer with a three of his own. That one a little overambitious, wide to the left. Our defender right in his face did Brandon on that shot. And now the Wolves will trigger it in here as Chapman coming in the front court on the right-hand dribble. Goes into the corner now. Dominovic now will go back. Goes right-hand side. Here's King. Chapman. Bulldogs going to bring 4 new players in the next whistle. Dominovic. I'll skip pass in the corner. King rises up. He'll fire the three. That one rimmed out, no good. Rebound for Mason Stefan. And now Stefan into the front court. Out on top, Meyer. Handing it off now, Mason Stefan. A little weave action out on top. Now Plowman gets a step, tried to go all the way. Lost the handle on it. It gets knocked out of play. Last touch by Rocco Dominovic for the Wolves. And now we'll have 6 new players into the game between the two sides. As Rorschach, Blair, Illikainen, and Entwistle come back in. Meyer's the only player that stays out there for UMD. Meanwhile, Stark is back in there, as is Coleman. And now Entwistle with 19 to shoot triggers it in. It's a pass back from Illikainen. Now in the corner, here's Rorschach. Rorschach looking for Illikainen. Right side block being matched up against Parker Fox. These two had quite the duel the first time these two teams played, and this shot goes up and good. As Illikainen posting up right-hand side, floated over the top of Parker Fox for 2. He's got 6. And we're dead even, 22 apiece here as Fox into the front court. We'll hand it off. Mason Stark goes on the baseline. Now Fox back for Stark. Left-hand side, now Chapman. He scores up to 3. Wide to the right, no good. Rebound for Illikainen. And now he'll hand it off. It's coming into the front court. Now here's Blair. Goes around Coleman. Picks up his dribble. Now Illikainen will fire a 3. That one's up the back rim, no good. Rebound grabbed out of there by King.
A lot of contact with a follow through for that one. I'm surprised he wasn't given a foul there, but.
Now Fox gets a pass down low, left side block, turned quickly, got the shot away, had it blocked by Meyer, but we're gonna have a foul called on the Bulldogs. And Parker Fox, the sophomore, will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
And that's one, it seemed like there was about the same amount of contact by Fox on the other end there. And I get it was after the shot had been released, but that's still, contact should not be allowed as that much, but that goes their way.
Parker Fox, first free throw is good. As Charles Gores will come in for the first time, he'll replace Brandon Meyer. Don't expect Meyer to get too many breaks in this game. 23-22 as Fox, who has 3 points. This is the second and knocks it down. He's got 4. 24-22 now, the Wolves back up by 2. Entwistle for UMB now crosses the timeline. Left-hand side now it's Rorschach. Rorschach out on top, Illikainen. Right-hand side, Drew Blair. Blair being guarded by Chapman. Now circle routes into the lane. Gets cut off, out on top. Skip pass from Entwistle. For Gores, right-hand side, his pass down low for Illikainen. And now Alex will have to lob it back out on top. 6 seconds to shoot as Entwistle picks it up. Now the elbow jump shot for him. Wide to the left. Rising to grab the rebound with Stark. Outlet pass now for Chapman. Tommy Chapman now, Mason Stark. Now Parker Fox out on top, Gabe King. Now back for Stark. Stark now lobs it over the top and getting lost. Behind the Bulldog defense was Chapman. He had 7 points. Back up by 4 now are the Wolves. Back the other way now, Entwistle, now with it, excuse me. Out on top, bounce pass, left side baseline now, Illikainen. Playing baseline, gets cut off, now he has it stripped away. Loose ball picked up by Coleman. Lobs over the top for King. Gabe King going all the way to the basket, goes up with the left hand and banks it home for 2. Gabe King now in the double figures with 10. It's a 6-point lead now for the Wolves. Entwistle in the front court, hands it off for Gores. Now it's Blair being matched up with Chapman. Comes off the screen by Illikainen. Goes left side baseline, bounce pass in the corner. Now Rorschach puts it on the deck, and we're going to have a reach-in foul called against Coleman. As he tried to cut off Logan Rorschach as he dribbled toward the top of the key.
I think one of the big things for the Bulldogs in this game is the fact that if they're they can't really play catch up with twos unless they make sure to try to capitalize on almost all of their possessions. They've been having some poor offensive possessions, which then if you're trying to catch up against the deadly threes of the Wolves, you're going to be sorely losing.
We'll have a trigger in now right side baseline, lobbing it in, going up for the shot was Ilakanen, missed it short, got his own rebound, and then he got swatted out, but that's going to be a goaltend against Parker Fox. I'll say this for Fox though, he's got those long arms in there. He's going to be a handful for the next couple of years. You can see that from Northern. As they come back the other way, lead now at 4 for Northern State. As Stark gets a step, goes all the way to the bucket, lays it up. That's up, no good. Rebound tracked down by Drew Blair. Cross-court pass now. Entwistle comes across the timeline. Trevor Entwistle handing it off now. Rorschach. Rorschach goes on the baseline, now spins around, has his shot swatted away again by Parker Fox. Crowd round to foul, none forthcoming. Shot clock did not reset. 10 seconds to shoot now for players. He goes left-hand side, loses the handle on it, now pops up in the air, and Fox snares it out of the air for the Wolves. Comes back the other way, and they're going to call him for an offensive foul. And then will be under the spot. That's a big call. That's 2 now on Parker Fox. And with that whistle, we will have our third and final media timeout of the opening half. Your score, Wolves 28. Bulldogs 24, and we'll come back with those remaining 4:31 right after this. This is Bulldog men's basketball, courtesy of Bulldog Productions in Bulldog Country. On the Limit is a women-owned business welcoming inquiries about decorating, clothing, accessories, and promotional products for screen printing, embroidery, and a host of new techniques. Operating since 1986, On the Limit is located in Lincoln Park and online at otlduluth.com. 4:31 left in the second, or excuse me, in the first half. Wolves lead at 28-24. It's been tight throughout. Bulldogs have taken 6 more shots, but they've made 2 less from the field. As a result, the Bulldogs at 32.1% shooting, the Wolves at even 50%. As UMD into the front court now, Ilakanen out on top. Blair now back for Ilakanen down low, and had stripped away by Stark, but they're going to call a foul on Mason Stark, the 6'2 sophomore from Chandler, Arizona. And 2 free throws coming now for Alex Ilakanen.
It's actually 17 fouls now on the Wolves in this first half. That's pretty dirty first half. The Bulldogs have been having 2 thus far.
Well, and 2 personals for the Bulldogs here so far, so. Ilakanen to the free throw line. First one is up and good. It's a 1-and-1, by the way, for Ilakanen. That's why everybody moved into the lane. I guess they didn't determine that Alex was going up with the shot, so he's got 1 more coming. Now 9 points for Alex Ilakanen. Second free throw is long, no good. Rebound tapped into the hands of Cole Dahl. And it's now a 3-point lead for Northern State at 28-25 as Chapman into the front court. Belka back in there with the 2 fouls. He'll hand it off now. Here's Coleman. Coleman dribbling down low. Now he'll back it out. Goes left-hand side. Picks up his dribble. Now skips it into the corner. Now backing down, here's Dahl. Here's Coleman, right-hand side lane, goes all the way, flips up a shot, left it short, no good. Rebound for Brandon Meyer. Outlet pass now for Trevor Entwistle, and Entwistle into the front court. Now bounces it from Meyer out on top. Now Brandon Meyer tees up a three, trying to tie the game. Off the back rim, no good. Rebound fought for underneath. Cannon split three defenders. Now kicks out. Rorschheim's shot for three is off the mark, no good. Short to the right. And we're going to have a foul called as Rorschheim also fouled up his miss.
That's good. Good attacking rebounds there for the Bulldogs. That's one thing we've seen them kind of struggle with sometimes, is put a shot up and just watch it fly instead of trying to go after it. But it's good to see them going after it. You know, even if you think it's going to go in, I'll go for that rebound, and if you might get rewarded.
Belka good call for the foul. That's his third. Dominovich is back in there, by the way, to replace him. And it's a 1-and-1 now for Logan Rorschheim. The first one is up and good. Rorschheim on the season, 33 out of 42 from the line, 78.6% hanging in the game tonight. 28-26. Second free throw for Rorschheim is good as well. 28-27, 1-point game. As Chapman now takes the out of bounds pass from Dominovich, and he'll come across the timeline now. For the Wolves, they'll go right-hand side now, Dominovich. He'll hand it off now, here's Coleman. Andrew Coleman picks up his dribble, now we'll flip it outside for Gabe King. Now back on top, here's Tommy Chapman. Chapman picked up by Meyer, 8 seconds to shoot. Now Dominovich. Now goes all the way to the bucket, flips up a shot, the left-handed score, that's a tough move. By Rocco Dominovich. 30-27, Northern back up by 3. Entwistle, this pass down low, picked up by Coleman. Telegraphed that one. And now the ball's knocked away and taken right back by the Bulldogs. Here's Blair going all the way to the bucket, goes up with the shot. Fills out the rim, no good. Rebound grab by King, long lead pass into the front court now. And now Dominovich. Kick it outside, they kick it in the corner. Now King is open, he'll take the three-point shot. Short, no good. Rebound collected by Cannon. Now UMD will wisely slow things down here.
That's kind of a crazy sequence there. A couple wacky plays as Mr. Wick ends up calling a timeout. Not sure if he's unhappy with his players or the referees. I
think he was looking for the foul call on the move by Blair off the turnover.
Definitely could have been.
That's like what I'm guessing. I mean, I'll ask Justin about it probably after the game.
Shooting foul potentially there, since it looked like they got in on the arm, and that's why I couldn't get to land, of course.
2:12 remain. We'll keep it here. Look at the stats. Bulldogs struggling from the field. 9 for 31 so far. The Wolves so far at 25. UMD so far, a lot of that struggling coming from beyond the arc. Just 1 for 9 from beyond the arc. The Wolves are 4 for 12. UMD, however, +6 from the free throw line, 8 out of 9, while the Wolves are 2 for 2.
And a cleaner
game all up, and it's a 3-point game.
Cleaner game with only 4 turnovers as opposed to 6 on the other side, so that's something good to see. But still want to see them try to get better from the arc. They're a team that has shown prowess, shooting almost 40% from the field this year, or from outside the arc, but unable really to get it going this game.
Out of the timeout, the Bulldogs will trigger it in. No, Meyer gives it for Entwistle, left-hand side. About ready to go under 2 minutes remaining in the opening half. As Meyer top of the key now. Skip pass, Entwistle. He'll fire from 3. That's an air ball. Rebound grab by Chapman. UMD, I feel like they're kind of forcing some of these threes right now. They need to just kind of take their time. There's a pass out on top. Now Coleman will hand it out to Dominovich. Right-hand side now. Here's Chapman. Chapman going all the way to the bucket. Flips up a shot. Got around Drew Blair, the fellow freshman, and scored it. He's a nice ball player. He's got 9 points already. 5-point lead now for the Wolves. 32-27 as Entwistle into the front court, picked up by Dominovich on the switch. Now it's Drew Blair, right-hand side. Now drives all the way to the bucket. Had swatted from behind by King on the weak side defense. Loose ball to Coleman. Coleman outside. There's a head fake by Dahl. Now he'll take a step inside, goes up for the jump shot. No good. Rebound tapped out by Dominovich, but nobody in a maroon jersey to pick that one up. Bulldogs Entwistle now happy to come into the front court the other direction. Now Rorschheim, right-hand side. It's for Entwistle. Entwistle, skip pass, near side on the wing. It's Brandon Meyer. Now Rorschheim. They go under a minute now left in the opening half. Wolves by 5. Rorschheim, left-hand side, now Entwistle. Puts the ball on the deck, gets his step all the way to the baseline, now kicks it out. Meyer will try a 3, and he'll knock it down. Brandon Meyer with the triple. He has 14. 32-30. Chapman walks it across the timeline now for the Wolves. Left-hand side now Coleman. Cole Dahl. Dominovich on the baseline against the much taller Alex Ilikainen. Tries to bounce pass it down low for the cutting Cole Dahl. It's kicked out of play by Ilikainen, and it will stay with the Wolves. 31.5 seconds left, and a timeout going to be called by head coach Saul Phillips. We'll have 20 seconds of which to work when we come out of timeout. Exciting ball game so far between these two sides. Just about what we expected, I would venture to say.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the Bulldogs make for adjustments at halftime, trying to improve that shooting percentage, maybe try to kind of fight beneath the rim or get some sort of different plan going forward, since we've seen a few games like this where they struggled in the first half, but they were really able to turn it on in the second half. So we'll have to see if maybe they can put up one more defensive stand and go down the other way, get a bucket before halftime, and set it tied.
That's what's interesting about these second time of the year matchups is adjustments the two teams have made. It was a tight ball game the first time these two teams played, and I had to figure this was going to be more of the same.
Yeah, I can't say really anybody to be surprised by how this one's going so far here. Best two teams in the conference, so that's what we expect.
Stark will trigger it in now for Parker Fox back out on top. And now they'll just take down the clock a little bit here with the Wolves. And Stark left-hand side, 10 seconds to shoot, 21 left in the half. Now this Fox sets the screen, 5 seconds to shoot. Stark now, out for Gabe King. Now Fox will try an arcing three as the shot clock expires, and he knocks it down. Parker Fox with the three, he has 7. 5 seconds left in the frame. Now it comes Entwistle, his three off the back rim, no good. Rebound for Stark, and he'll heave it the distance as the clock expires, the buzzer sounds. And an intense opening 20 minutes here from Verano Gym are in the books. Northern State leads at 35-30. And like I said, it's an intense ball game, to say the least, between these two. And we expect more of the same in the second half. In the meantime, we'll take a break with them and come back with a look at our first half summary and also check in on the Harley-Davidson first half stats. All that's coming up right after this. This is Bulldog men's basketball, courtesy of Bulldog Productions in Bulldog Country. Matt Johnson, Jerry Ostrom back courtside here, halftime of this NSIC showdown between Northern State and the Bulldogs, and it's lived up to its billing so far, Jerry. Very intense basketball, and we head into the intermission and the start of the second half with Northern State leading it by 5 at 35-30. Both teams playing a high tempo so far in this ball game, but the biggest number here is pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Bulldogs just not making enough shots.
Well, and I hate to put the blame on a few players here, but if you look at the stats, Brandon Myers 5 for 10 and Alex O'Kinnon's 4 for 10, so they're combined 9 for 20, about 45%, not too bad. Then Rorschach, Entwistle, and Blair combined 1 for 14. That's really something you gotta fix there. And I mean, that's a combined 1 for 8 from three-point range as well. So that's just, you gotta have those players are ones who you like to see hitting threes. But if it's not working, give it to somebody else. Take some shots closer to the net, something like that. Make something happen where you're not trying to shoot from way downtown.
Yeah, there were a few rush three-pointers definitely in that first half by the Bulldogs. Need to settle down a little bit, kind of grow into the game a little bit offensively. Brandon Meyer, no surprise there, leading the way for the Bulldogs offensively. 14 points, 5 rebounds for Brandon so far. Of course, his first bucket tonight made him the second all-time leading scorer in Bulldog history, trailing only Jay Giedinger, who set that record way back in the 80s. So that record has stood a long time. 9 points for Alex Illikainen in the opening half. Brandon was 5 for 10 from the field, by the way, 3 for 3 from the stripe. Illikainen right now, 9 points, 9 rebounds, 4 for 10 from the field, 5 points so far in the game for Drew Blair, and 2 points so far for Logan Rorschach. But the Bulldogs so far, all of their points, all 30 coming from 4 players so far. So they need to start spreading that around a little bit as well, you would think, when the second half comes.
Yeah, that was just like what I was talking about with the shooting troubles there. It's really just going to have to see what they can do to try to create some different looks out there. As I was talking with you about that, maybe try to do a little bit more play beneath the rim, some other things trying to make it work, but it's going to be a tough one.
Bulldogs in that first half made just 10 out of 35 from the field, 2 for 12 from beyond the arc. They were 8 for 9 from the charity stripe in the first half. UMD +4 in rebounding. They have 10 offensive rebounds, and it's a good thing, too, because there have been a lot of missed shots for UMD here so far through 20 minutes of play. For the Bulldogs also, just 2 fouls in the first half, 1 each on Illikainen and Rorschach. So nobody in any foul difficulty whatsoever. We'll see if that factors in as well. UMD with 5 assists against 4 turnovers here so far after 20 minutes. Meanwhile, on the other side, 10 points for Gabe King. He came out firing. He hit 2 threes in the early moments. He's a veteran. He's been around that Northern State program for a long time. Not surprised to see him being very confident in the opening half.
Yeah, and he's a player to watch out for. He does lead the team with 10 points right now, and it was, like you said, those threes, and sometimes you can take him under some heavy pressure there, too, being a senior. He has been experiencing that for a while, so knows kind of ins and outs of making that work. So we'll have to see if they can guard him a little bit better.
Tommy Chapman so far, the freshman, 9 points for him, 7 points so far for Parker Fox, the sophomore, and 5 points for Mason Stark. He came in shooting just under 60%, which is incredible from three-point range. He hit 1 three-pointer in the opening half, didn't shoot any more than the 2 that he took, but the UMD doing a nice job closing out on him as well.
Yeah, and really the one thing that's keeping the Bulldogs in it, like we're talking about those free throws, plus 7 on attempts, plus 6 on makes there. Bulldogs consistently a very good free throw shooting team, so they can keep drawing fouls as they did draw 8 in that first half. That'll be something that can benefit them, but really want to see them start making some better opportunities where they don't have to rely on those free throws to make them get these wins.
Overall, the Wolves as a team, 14 out of 28 from the field, 5 for 13 from beyond the arc, and just 2 for 2 from the stripe. They have committed 8 fouls as a team so far. They have 2 players with 2 fouls each, Fox and Stark. So those are 2 key players, by the way, for the Wolves that have those personals. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Meanwhile, 6 assists to 6 turnovers, so 1-1 for the Wolves in the assist to turnover ratio in the opening half of play. So those are your stats, your Harley-Davidson first half stats after 20 minutes. And with that, we will take our second break of the halftime intermission and come back with more, including a look at what else is happening with Bulldog Athletics. All that coming up right after this. This is Bulldog Men's Basketball, courtesy of Bulldog Productions in Bulldog Country. back here at Romano Gym, just about 5-6 minutes away from the start of the second half between the Bulldogs and Northern State. And with that time, we'll catch you up with what else is happening with Bulldog Athletics. It's a very busy time here up on the hill for Bulldog athletes, as we're getting that crossover stage now where we go between the end of the winter season and the beginning of the spring season. So bear with us while we go through all of this, just in case you missed it. Women's basketball played the first game of this two-game doubleheader here earlier tonight. And they defeated Northern State to win their 20th of the season final score. The Bulldogs winning at 65-54. UMD was led in scoring by Brooke Olson, 19 points for Brooke in the contest earlier tonight, 19.7 rebounds, 11 points for Katie Stark, as the Bulldogs go to 20-5 on the season. They are now 17-2 in the conference, and they will close out the regular season home schedule tomorrow, taking on MSU Moorhead, seeing the Dragons for the second time in the 2019-20 campaign. That will be a 3:30 p.m. opening tip, and my partner Jerry Oster will be along to bring you all the play-by-play, starting with the pregame at approximately 3:15 as the Bulldogs and the Dragons meet up for the second time in the 2019-20 campaign. Meanwhile, men's and women's indoor track and field, both teams competing at the Lake Superior Challenge, hosted by St. Scholastica. Christian Leonard, Alex Kolzer, Tyler Buenos, Shea Alto, Trent Hammersky, Ben Palmquist, and Justin Gruens all took home individual titles, including Leonard winning the 1,000 meters in 2 minutes, 32.96 seconds. Kolzer in the 200 meters in 23.35 seconds. Buenos won the high jump with a height cleared of 5 feet, 10.75 inches. Alto won the pole vault with a height of 13 feet, 3.5 inches. Trent Hammersky won the long jump with a distance of 20 feet, 2.25 inches. Ben Palmquist won the 60-meter hurdles in 8.61 seconds, that is. Justin Gruens, meanwhile, he won the 600 meters, in 1 minute, 25.16 seconds, while the men's relay team won the 4x400 relay. Meanwhile, the women, Lindsay Maruska took home 2 individual titles herself at the Lake Superior Challenge. She won the 60 meters in 7.92 seconds and also took home the triple jump, the distance of 35 feet, 10 inches. Abby Rockstad won the pole vault with a height of 10 feet, 10 inches. Mason Callender won the 1,000 meters with a time of 3 minutes, 10.27 seconds. Sierra Arredondo won the 600 meters in 1:43.79. Anna Polodacek won the 5,000 meters with a time of 9 minutes, 35.23 seconds. And as with the men, the women's 4x400 relay team took home first place as well with a time of 4 minutes, 18.41 seconds. They are next in action tomorrow at the NSIC Challenge, hosted by Minnesota State in Mankato, Minnesota. 11 a.m. action will get underway down in Mankato. Women's tennis is 3-1 overall. They split 2 matches last weekend. They fell to Winona State 7-0 on Saturday before downing Upper Iowa 4-3 on Sunday in that match against the Peacocks. All 3 doubles teams won their respective matches, while Isabel Tyner won her match at number 6 singles. Up next for them, they will be hosting Minnesota State Saturday at the Duluth Indoor Sports Center, and then on Sunday they will also be hosting Southwest Minnesota State. So a pair of matches for the tennis team. Both matches will start at 1 p.m. Softball is 2-4 overall in the early going of the season. They kind of fall through the cracks sometimes. This is again that crossover stage of the year where sometimes things get lost in the shuffle. But they're 2-4 overall. Lauren Oberle is leading the way for the Bulldogs offensively. She's hitting .476 through 6 games. She has 10 hits in 21 at basketball. Jessica Brenn is hitting an even .400 through 6 games. Meanwhile, in the circle, Bulldogs being led by Maddie Storia. The freshman from across the bridge in Superior, Wisconsin, is 1-1 in the circle with an ERA of 1.40 ERA, 1.40 her ERA. They'll be next in action next Friday at Emporia State. 2 p.m. will be the opening pitch there against Emporia. UMD will play 6 games that weekend. All of them in Emporia State. They'll play doubleheaders Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So 6 games on tap for the softball team. Women's hockey, 15-9-4 overall, 10-7-3 in the WCHA. They're rated number 8 in the latest USCHA Division I Top 10 rankings. They've won their last 3. They swept Ohio State 5-4 in overtime on Friday and 4-1 on Saturday at Amsoil Arena against the Buckeyes last weekend. And that last check, they were up 3-1 against Minnesota State in the opening game of their 2-game series down in Mankato. The opening face-off of that game tonight was at 7 p.m. If we get a final on that one before we go off the air, we'll let you know. They will play again tomorrow, will the Mavericks and the Bulldogs. 3 p.m. the opening face-off down in Mankato tomorrow. And last but certainly not least, men's hockey, 17-9-2 now overall, 12-4-2 in the NCHC. They're rated number 4 in the latest USCHO.com Division I Top 20 poll. They won their last 4, including sweeping Omaha last weekend 3-2 and 4-1 on Friday and Saturday at Amsoil Arena. They are off this weekend. They will be next in action next Friday and Saturday on the road, taking on Western Michigan down in Kalamazoo, Michigan. 6 p.m. the opening face-off both nights as the Bulldogs and the Broncos meeting for the second time in a series in the 2019-20 campaign. 35-30 your score, Northern State in the lead. We will take one more quick break and come back with the start of the second half of the showdown between the Bulldogs and Northern State right after this. This is Bulldog men's basketball, courtesy of Bulldog Productions in Bulldog Country. Second half is about ready to get underway. Matt Johnson, Jerry Ostrom, courtside here at Romano Gym. Bulldogs down by 5. And they have the original starting 5 out there of Illikanen, Meyer, Rorscheid, Entwistle, and Blair. And here's Entwistle in the corner now. Rorscheid out on top. Right-hand wing now putting on the deck. Here's Blair going all the way toward the rim. Kicks it to the corner for Meyer. Now Rorscheid will tee up a long three-point shot. Rimmed out. Came out on top off the tap out for Entwistle off the miss. And now Rorscheid bounce pass. Right-hand side, now going up for the jump shot and swishing it home for 2 points is Brandon Meyer. Meyer with 16. The lead all scores, and the Bulldogs within 3. 35-32 is Tommy Chapman. He had a solid first half for the Wolves, comes into the front court. Moves it out on top, now this is Parker Fox. Mason Stark now off the curl cut. He'll pop from 15 feet straight away, and it rims around and drops for 2. Soft touch, you can tell he's a shooter. Very soft release. He's got 7, 37-32. Back the other way. Now here's Meyer. Now he steps back. He'll try a 3. That one's off the back rim. Bulldogs having a hard time finding the range from 3-point range in this game. And now here, back the other way out the miss. Here's King. Now he'll square from 3-point range and knock it down. Gabe King with the triple. That's his third 3-pointer of the game. 9 of his 13 points coming from beyond the arc. 40-32. Now Entwistle in the front court. In the corner now, here's Blair. Blair putting on the deck, goes into the painted area. Nice head fake around Fox, and he scores it. Smooth move by the freshman. Drew Blair, redshirt freshman, now has 7 points. 40-34. Now Chapman into the front court. Right-hand side, now it's Coleman. Andrew Coleman for the Wolves. Goes left-hand side now, Parker Fox. He'll hand it off. Here's Coleman. Coming off the screen by Fox. Picks up his dribble, goes in the corner. King open, another 3-point shot, and it's good. Gabe King now has 16 points. And UMD's going to have to start finding him. He's got 4 threes in this ball game. And now the referees are going to have a chat and try to settle down things between the pair of 24s. That being Illikanen and Parker Fox.
Yeah, looks like they might have called a foul on Parker Fox, actually.
Did they?
I believe it looked like it just went from 1 to 2. Actually, maybe I'm not sure. I
think he had 2 in the first half.
Oh, they flashed 24 about something.
Yeah.
Just a warning potentially or something.
Well, they haven't announced anything. If it changes, we'll let everybody know. 43-34. Bulldogs by 9. This is the largest deficit of the game. As Blair now to the outside right-hand side. It's Logan Rorscheid dribbling into the paint. Now facing up, has his shot blocked away by Fox. Ball's on the deck. Now he saves it right back to Parker Fox. Behind everybody's Chapman. He'll go all the way up and in and dunk it home with a 2-handed flush. And the Wolves up by double figures now, 45-34. And a timeout going to be called here by UMD, and a good timeout by Coach Justin Wick. settle things down here a little bit. Bulldogs now down to 30% shooting here. 12 out of 40 from the field. The Wolves really shooting the ball well, Jerry, and the Bulldogs have to try to figure out something against the offense. 18 out of 32 now for the game are the Wolves. Good for 56.3%. UMD, though, just 2 out of 14 from three-point range. And the ball game. And it's coming down to what we talked about at halftime, just not making enough shots. Bulldogs, usually a pretty potent three-point shooting team, but they've just been struggling from out there. And
yeah, and like I've been saying, though, at some point you just stop going for threes and just start grinding out 2-point
try to go inside a little bit, I think. Yeah, try to get it inside to Illicanen. Try to get Meyer maybe on a couple of post-ups. I'll try to figure out some way to start scoring some points here in this ball game. As we come out of the break, this is the largest deficit of the game for UMD. 45-34 as Dragon name will be Brandon Meyer. Albin going to pick up full court against Trevor Entwistle, and Entwistle now takes the out-of-bounds pass, and now he'll come in the front court. Bounce pass left-hand wing, now Rorschach. Rorschach out on top. Illicanen. Three-point shot for Entwistle. That one is finally good. Just the third three-point made for the Bulldogs in 15 attempts. Got his first 3 points, 45-37, as Chapman in the front court. Right-hand side now, Coleman. Comes off the screen by Fox. Now it's Gabe King. King now, ball fake, goes up for the jump shot and knocks it down. Gabe King having a big game, 18 points now for King. Senior from Irene, South Dakota. He's won a couple of NSIC titles in his career. And he's showing why. 47-37, the lead at 10. Now Entwistle. Into the corner, now here's Blair. Blair puts it on the deck against Chapman. Now picks up his dribble for Entwistle. Now he'll try another three-point shot. That one's wide to the left because he was off when he let it go. Rebound for Chapman. Now for Fox. Fox down in the corner. Now here's Stark. Wrong guy to shoot the three there, but he airmailed that one. And the rebound will be tipped out of play, and it's going to be Northern State basketball. As Entwistle will check out, Rorschach will come out. Plowman comes back in, as is Jack Middleton. 16:24 left in regulation. Still a lot of time, obviously. And Stark will trigger it in left-hand side. Goes in the corner now for Fox, back for Mason Stark. Stark now goes all the way to the bucket and lays it in. Nobody stopped the ball. He came off the curl cut. Mason Stark now has 9. The lead is 12. 49-37. Back to the way now, Plowman. Off the screen by Illicanen, top of the key. Goes to the right side wing now. Drew Blair being guarded tightly over there by Tommy Chapman. Goes into the corner. Picks up his dribble. Now lobs it back out on top. Here's Plowman against Gabe King. Plowman going down low. Kicks it out on top. Now Illicanen will try a three. That one's wide to the right. No good. Rebound grabbed out of there by Stark. Here's Chapman. Chapman going baseline now against Middleton. And we're going to get a foul called on Jack Middleton. And I'm with you, Jerry. It's getting to the point. I try to find a way to get down low and start getting some points in the paint, I think, to try to maybe free up the arc a little bit more. I mean, that was a good look for Illicanen, but they're just not going down out there.
Well, that, or you really got to start getting those rebounds, since they had a decent number of offensive rebounds in the first half, but not quite enough if you're not going to start hitting those.
Stark now going baseline against Middleton, goes up with a shot and scores again. He's got 11. He's the third Wolves player in the double figures. 14-point lead now for Northern State. It's Plowman into the front court. Right-hand side, now Meyer will hand it off on the curl cut. Here's Blair. Going left-hand side, now here's Plowman. Going into the lane. Bounces out now Illicanen, going right at Parker Fox. Goes up and under, has the ball stripped away. On the help side defense by Stark. Bounce pass for Chapman. Now they try to go right back for Fox. Knocked away by Illicanen. Turnover against the Wolves, and now Meyer. For Plowman. Now Blair, he'll fire a three. And knock it down. Big shot for Drew Blair. The Bulldogs needed that one. 51-40 now your score. As Gabe King gets it in now for Chapman. Chapman now, right-hand side. Coleman Gabe King. King now for Chapman. Chapman putting it on the deck against Plowman. Now spins around him, goes up with the one-handed shot. No good. Offensive rebound grab by Coleman. Now he'll try a three-point shot and bury it. Coleman has 5. The lead is back to 14, 54-40. Here's Plowman. Right-hand wing now. Jack Middleton. Right side baseline now Ilikainen. Facing up against the shorter. Or Fox, excuse me, has it stripped away. Turnover UMD. Now Stark. He'll try a three-point shot. Off the mark, no good. Rebound biting around. Now trying to get there first was Coleman. Able to save it in is Ilikainen, and now here's Plowman. Plowman back the other direction for UMD. Meyer into the corner. Middleton, he'll try a three. That one is good. Middleton with his first 3 points. It's an 11-point lead now as we're due for our first media timeout of the second half. And Chapman crosses the line. Right-hand side now, here's Coleman. Left-hand side now Fox. Now he'll tee up a three-point shot, and he'll knock one down. Parker Fox has 10 points, 57-43. Now Plowman goes left side baseline. Takes it out. Meyer will try a three-point shot. That one halfway down, pops out. Rebound for Fox. Northern now up to 57.5% shooting for the game. The Bulldogs still at 33.3. And Chapman into the front court. Being guarded by Plowman. Double team comes, now Fox. Head fake goes all the way to the rim and lays it in and will draw the foul. It's either going to be on Meyer or Plowman. As Fox went all the way to the hole, it's going to be a 16-point lead for the Wolves. And that media timeout is here. The Bulldogs need to sort some things out in a hurry here. 12:57 left. Your score, Northern State 59, Bulldogs 43. We'll come back for the second half right after this. This is Bulldog men's basketball, courtesy of Bulldog Productions in Bulldog Country. Crooked Pine in Duluth is the official post-game hangout of Bulldog Productions. Located at the corner of Kenwood Avenue and Arrowhead Road in Kenwood Village. Feel free to join the broadcast team following home games for the entire 2019-20 athletic year. Bulldogs have got some work to do, Jerry. And bottom line is they got to start making some plays on offense, start making some shots for the perimeter, I think.
Have to start really defending the Wolves a lot better. The problem is they've been able to put up some good offense on the other side, but then immediately they've given up a couple of strong, responsive three-pointers.
Well, and the other thing is Fox misses the free throw, wide right. Oljai with the rebound. The other thing the Bulldogs need to do, they need to start forcing some misses by the Wolves as well. And right now, Northern State not missing much of anything. They're shooting 58.5% for the game. As Middleton in the front court now, left-hand side. Now it's Meyer on the wing being guarded by Gabe King. It's picked up now on the switch by Cole Dahl, who's in for the first time in the second half. Bounce pass right hand on the baseline. Oljai goes up with a right-handed shot and scores it. Need to start going in there a little bit more, I think. Oljai with his first 2 points.
Now, Ilikainen tried that twice in a row, and both times had it stripped out. So good job on Oljai there to make sure to keep possession.
Now it's Andrew Coleman in the front court. Gabe King against Brandon Meyer. Gets picked up on the switch by Oljai. Now he'll pull up from three-point range. That one's short. Bulldogs get a stop. Rebound for Meyer. Brandon Meyer now has it picked clean, almost picked clean. By Dominovich, who was the one who got his hand in there, by the way. it'll be a tie-up. And that's another thing the Bulldogs have been trying to fight, some turnovers here in the second half. Northern State had 7, the Bulldogs with 6. Had a real high number either way, but
no, not really. That was a good defensive stop there, but then cough it right back up, and it's not beneficial for you.
Now here's Belka. Giving down low on the reverse. It's Dominovic. And Roko Dominovic gets the bucket. 61-45, the lead at 16 again. As now Plowman, right-hand side, here's Meyer against Gabe King. 2 seniors going at it there as the pass comes into the corner. Now Plowman on the baseline. Kicks it to the corner, on the wing actually. It's a 3-point shot from Middleton, off the back rim, no good. Rebound grabbed out of there by Coleman. And now King crosses the timeline, out on top. Coleman, Jordan Belka playing on 2 fouls. Comes out on top. Now, here's Dominovic in the corner. Head fake by King. Now he steps through, goes up with the shot. Doesn't get the roll on that one. Clearing the rebound was Oljai. Now back the other way. In the front court, here's Meyer. Meyer picking up his dribble, Plowman. Now on the backdoor cut, left side baseline, it's Middleton, and he fumbles it out of play, trying to go down on the baseline, left-hand side. And now they will trick it in here. Gabe King in for Coleman. Across the timeline, left-hand side. Koldal. Out on top, now it's Andrew Coleman. Coleman now calling out the play. Now stepping out, here's a 3-point shot up by Belka, no good. Rebound for Blair, then he hits the deck, able to save it, however, for Meyer. This is Plowman now. Hunter Plowman crossing over on Coleman, goes down on the baseline, kicks it out on top. Now Milton circle riding left-hand side of the lane. Plowman, right-hand side, no Meyer. Putting on the deck, and we're going to have a blocking foul called against Rocco Dominovic.
Bulldogs need to try to start forcing some more of those personal fouls if they really want to get a chance at this too. They had drew 8 fouls in the first half, which was really good. That's a good number, especially a couple against a few key players, but weren't able to do much in the second half so far. Only had 1 against the Wolves so far. So much cleaner half by them.
Yeah, 2 fouls so far for UMD, 1 against the Wolves. And I'll be interested to see what the second half stats look like as far as their shooting percentage, because up until these last couple minutes, they felt like they were making everything. And Chapman now comes back in, left-hand side now. Entwistle picks up his dribble, now Meyer. Gets around King, goes all the way up and under. Flips up the shot, and will get the roll and the foul. Meyer on the bucket. And the foul will be called against Gabe King, that's his first. Feels like the first thing that King has struggled with tonight. And Meyer to the free throw line. Now he has 18 points to lead UMD. And the free throw for Meyer is good. Cuts it to 13. Still more than half of the second 20 minutes to play here. So UMD has time to get back into it. As the Wolves in the front court now start, goes left-hand side. King wide open. He'll fire the 3. Gabe King, 21 points. 16-point deficit. Now Rorschach off the crow cut from Meyer on the pick. And whistle now goes right hand. Now Meyer goes up over the top and scores it. Had the mismatch against Stark down low. Brandon Meyer, though, kind of carrying the load right now. 21 points for him. He's the only Bulldog in the double figures. As Chapman comes across the timeline, right-hand side. Now this is Cole Dahl. Now King. King in the corner against Meyer. Picks up his dribble. Goes out on top. Now it's Mason Stark with 10 seconds to shoot. Goes left-hand side. Here's Cole Dahl. He'll try a 3-point shot. That one's wide to the right. Bulldogs get a stop. And now Entwistle across the timeline. Trevor Entwistle goes left-hand side. Meyer for Mason Steffman, who's in for the first time in the second half on the wing. Now Rorschach. Meyer. Back now, Entwistle. 10 seconds to shoot as he comes to the top of the key. Now Rorschach puts it on the deck. Steps inside the 3-point arc. 5 seconds to shoot. Entwistle will force up a very long 3. Off the mark, no good. Rising high to grab it above the rim. That's Parker Fox. And Now Tommy Chapman will walk it across the timeline. 8:30 left to play in this one. Chapman getting a step on net. Whistle goes all the way to the bucket and lays it in for two. 16-point lead again for the Wolves. It's been 16, between 14 and 16 pretty steadily the last couple minutes here. As Meyer now goes right-hand side. Rorschach coming off the screen. Goes down the lane now opposite to the block on the pass. Going up and under on the reverse. Zilikanen missed it short. Now goes up with the second opportunity and scores it with the right hand. Floats it over the front of the rim for two. Zilikanen into double figures now with 11. 66-52 as we go under 8 left in regulation. Chapman, left-hand side. King, top of the key. Right-hand side now, Mason Stark. Stark now loses his footing, pass to the outside, big top, and here's Mason Steffen. Steffen going all the way for the Bulldogs, had a shot blocked by King, and the foul-up was blocked as well. As Dahl came back.
And Rorschach ended up on the deck there, but nothing was called. That one, that's a dangerous one. We've seen a couple Bulldogs go down by that this season, but 2 blocks in a row, I guess, and they're maybe going to discuss if something should be called, but I don't believe they will.
As we have a timeout on the court. Media timeout, 7:37 left to play in regulation. Wolves by 14. We'll come back with more right after this. This is Bulldog Men's Basketball, courtesy of Bulldog Productions and Bulldog Country.
Essentia Health is proud to be the team physicians for the UMD Bulldogs and more than 25,000 Northland athletes. Our same expert orthopedics and sports medicine care is also available to you. Visit essentiahealth.org/ortho. As the Bulldogs trail by 14 here, they will start with possession. Make something happen here after a tough fast break attempt there that got swatted away.
And whistle will trigger it in here in the corner. Gives it for Zilikanen. Right-hand side now. Meyer puts it on the deck against King. Now takes it down low, trying to spin through, goes up for the short jump shot and scores it again. And the Bulldogs finding a little bit of success in the paint now. 66-54, the lead down to 12. As Coleman into the front court now for the Wolves. Right-hand side now Stark. Lobs it for Parker Fox, right side baseline against Zilikanen. He'll take it to the opposite side. King puts it on the deck, goes down low, now spinning around, goes out on top. 10 seconds to shoot as Parker Fox out on top against Zilikanen. Now he'll pop the elbow jumper, right-hand side, rims out, no good. Rebound for Brandon Meyer. And now back to the way, here comes Entwistle. Here's Rorschach off the handoff against Mason Stark. Takes it now near side, here's Steffen. Going on the baseline, off pass to the middle, Zilikanen goes up, left the shot short. Point blank range for Alex Zilikanen. Rebound to the Wolves, and now back to the way, here comes Chapman. And we have an offensive foul called against Parker Fox.
The Bulldogs kind of bailed out after that last possession. Zilikanen really has to get those, especially with their team trailing by 12 with under 7 to go. That's something you can't miss there.
Yeah, you have to make that play.
That's just.
I'm going to agree with you there.
Yeah.
This makes it that much tougher.
Well, yeah, and he's had a couple chances tonight. It just hasn't been his game. He's been stripped twice underneath the basket, and that one there, that's potential 6, even maybe 8 points that he could have had, but no such luck.
Now Meyer will try a 3-point shot, and he'll knock it down. Brandon Meyer with the triple. He's got 26, the Bulldogs within 9. First time it's been under double figures for a while. 56-57. And now timeout going to be whistled by head coach Sal Phillips. And he'll talk it over with his team. Nice little burst here by the Bulldogs. They scored the last 7. Now trail by 9. Looking at the numbers now, Bulldogs with that make up to 26.1% from beyond the arc, 6 out of 23. Still under 40% for the game at 36.2. Northern coming back a little bit, but still at 55.1%. Both teams with 8 turnovers.
Bulldogs looking to drive that opponent shooting percentage down, so if they can keep the trends going as they have right now, this is a good look for them.
Wolves with 4 players in double figures, 21 for Gabe King.
5 for 9 from three-point range. That's dominant, really. There's not much you can do about that.
Tommy Chapman with 13, Parker Fox with 12, and Mason Stark with 11. Bulldogs, 2 players in double figures. 26 for Meyer, actually 3 players in double figures. Hill came with 11 and Blair with 10. Speaking of Gabe King, there he is. Takes the step to his right, goes up and knocks down another 3. He's in the zone right now, Gabe King. You can't really let him have the basketball right now.
And he's not even the player that we thought we'd be worried about coming to this one.
And now a turnover as Entwistle. Pass picked up by Coleman, now King. King goes right to the rim, tried to go up, had it knocked away. Rebound saved in by King, now Chapman. Chapman hanging in the air, goes up with the shot. They're going to call him for the offensive foul. Big sequence there.
Well, that was a really reckless attack there. He jumped into the air. He ended up, he really hurt himself even in that one. He's probably the person who's at most likely to be injured there since.
I'm surprised he didn't pull that one out a little bit more, to be honest with you.
Yeah, really kind of a reckless play for himself and others.
69-57. Lead still at 12. King, by the way, up to 24 points now with that 3-point make. As Blair in the front court, right-hand wing. Gets a steps through, now loses the handle on the ball. Another turnover. Chapman, front court, Stark. Gets a step, goes up with the shot, misses the layup with the left hand, but will draw the foul on Rorschach.
And again, that could be 4 or 5 points right there, and those 2 turnovers in a row. That
you can't do that.
You get 7 points in a row, they fire back with a 3. That's okay. You can keep playing those small increments, but if you start giving them extra possessions off turnovers,
it's going to make it really tough when you're down by double figures.
At some point, you've only got yourself to blame.
Stark shoots 2 free throws. First one is up and good. Mason Stark, just an excellent free throw shooter. 86.5%, 59.3% from 3, and 58.6% from the field overall. He's a shooter, and he knocks down both free throws. He now has 13, 71-57. Bulldogs down by 14 now as Stark comes out. Dominovich comes back in. Meyer triggers in now for Entwistle. Hands it off now, Ilikainen, top of the key. Now Entwistle gets it right back. Now skip pass near side. Here's Rorschach. Quiet game for Logan Rorschach, just 2 points. Now on the outside, Ilikainen. He'll try a 3-point shot. That one was short. You can see it was short from the time it left his hand. Rebound grabbed out of there by the Wolves. We're under 5 minutes now left in regulation as Chapman comes across the timeline. Tommy Chapman, the freshman. 13-point game for him. Now Gabe King, top of the key. Jordan Belka, right-hand side now. Rocco Dominovich now gives it back for Chapman. He's in trouble in the middle. Goes to the outside. Picked off by Blair. Now foul going to be whistled against Coleman. It's his second, 15 foul, and Coleman trying to shake out the cobwebs there. And we have a whistle and a media timeout here. Our last media timeout of regulation. 4:33 left. Your score, Northern State 71, Bulldogs 57. This is Bulldog men's basketball, courtesy of Bulldog Productions in Bulldog Country. We come out of the timeout. 71-57, Bulldogs down by 14. Whistle will try another three. That one's wide to the right again. Rebound grabbed out of there by Dahl.
And the bad part about always missing these threes is now you're almost forced to try to do that just to make up the gap, especially if Northern's going to keep going by threes.
Yeah, and there's a foul now, and you're going to start seeing the fouls start mounting now for UMD. They're going to have to try to extend this game as long as they can.
And that one was kind of an interesting one, too. It looked like he got pretty clean contact with the ball on the far side, but...
Got him on the elbow, I think, on the reach around. And Blair knew it. Those are certain plays that you're trying to get a foul to stop the clock a little bit, or try to make something happen as the pass comes in now for Coleman. Set to go under 4 minutes in a moment here. Whistle now trying to draw the charge. None forthcoming. Now here's Fox. Kick into the corner. King with the ball fake against Meyer. Picks up his dribble. Goes right hand side now. 4 seconds left. Now Fox will kick it outside. Picked off by Rorschach. Turnover against the Wolves. But the clock is against the Bulldogs here, and they got to go quickly. Blair, he'll try a 3-point shot. That's wide to the right as well. Fox with the rebound. And now the Wolves will try to take some more time off the clock as Stark comes into the front court and stripped away. Last touch by Entwistle. And the Wolves will inbound it just to our right here from our broadcast location. As King triggers it in, and there's the foul. Expect this to start happening more and more now as Entwistle reached around Coleman and got the foul.
It looked like that one went off of the leg of the Northern State player now, actually, so that was another wacky call.
King now with the trigger in and going all the way to the bucket, missing the layup was Dahl. Or excuse me, it was actually Mason Stark, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul against UMD. I couldn't see it.
Both players went up for the rebound, and neither player got it. And I can't be too happy with this right now. It just seems like it's kind of a one-way field.
Well, what it is right now, I think, is Coach Justin Wick has told his team, start piling up the fouls because we need to try to extend this game. Get him into the one-on-ones as Chapman loses the ball out on top. Now Fox also loses it. And that's a call that I'm not sure about on that one, on that whistle. This is the Bulldogs were coming down the other way with Blair and Meyer. 17 foul, by the way, against UMD for Entwistle. That's his second.
And they call a shooting foul to boot.
Oh, it's a one-on-one.
A bonus.
Yeah.
I was about to say, that's a shooting foul, and oh, geez.
No, that was 17 foul on the Bulldogs, so 1-1 for Parker Fox. First one is up and good. Fox has 13. 15-point lead again. 3:14 left. Bulldogs are going to have to really start pushing the tempo on offense. And they got the foul on defense, I think, at this point, as the second free throw is good for Parker Fox. It's now a 16-point Wolves lead. As Entwistle crosses the timeline, now Meyer puts on the deck. He'll fire up a three-point shot and knock it down. 29 points for Meyer. 73-60, 13-point game. Bulldogs going to pick up full court here. 2-1-2, full court trap. Now Coleman in the front court. Fox will take it in the corner. Goes around Blair. Now the pass for Chapman. Back out on top, Stark. He'll step inside, take an 18-footer and knock it down.
Well, Rorschach, you really got to get that one there, too. That's just another mistake the Bulldogs can't really afford at this point in the game.
15-point game. Now Rorschach should step in. He'll go for the jump shot. That's off the back rim. No good. And we'll have a whistle, and we're going to have a foul called against somebody. All on Gabe King. And with 2:30 left, Bulldogs down to 34.9% shooting now as the pass comes in. Left-hand wing now. Blair going down. Toward the baseline, kicks out. Rorschach will try a three. That one is good. 2:20 left to play here. Timeout UMD. But Northern State really comes down to one number, Jerry. 54.7 versus 35.9.
I mean, I think the Bulldogs definitely could have hung in on this one. It's just they took some bad shot selection in the first half and then some really unnecessary turnovers in the second half here really hurt them. We were talking about this during one of the breaks. There's a few times where they got the momentum and they cut it from 16 back down to 9, and they gave up 2 turnovers back to back, and that was just could have been a 4-point game there. You know, even if it's 6 or 7, that's still better than dropping it back to 13 or 14. It's big swings with just a few costly errors.
Well, the old cliche is the team that makes more plays wins the game. So far, Northern's just made more plays than the Bulldogs. And sometimes that can be a bit of a cliche, but there is some truth to it. And in this case, it's definitely true. Northern State just simply made more plays during the game than the Bulldogs have. And like you said, it's not like the Bulldogs haven't had chances. They just have not executed as well as Northern has.
Well, the crazy part is some of the Northern's a good scoring team, but there have been 1 or 2 games where they've been held to under 70. Actually, one where they held to 61, so that's a big thing there.
As Mason Stark will take the foul, now he'll go to the free throw line. That's the 8th team foul against the Bulldogs, so another 1-and-1 here for Northern State. They will, of course, play St. Cloud State tomorrow. Unless the Bulldogs can stage a dramatic comeback here over the last 2:16, they'll have a 2-game lead on UMD, the top of the NSIC North. And they'll also gain a split for the season series with UMD.
Both teams winning the road game, which is really, really weird to see.
Well, I think when you have teams that are this close, really, statistically, and as far as wins, losses, and standing in the conference, it's really tough to sweep anybody.
Yeah, I guess really, but but it's just really odd because usually you see it go might go 1-and-1, but it might be both the home games, but both teams somehow managed to pick one up on the road.
Stark now has 17 as he knocks down both free throws. It's 77-63, 14-point deficit for the Bulldogs. His left-hand side now out on top. Entwistle, he'll fire up a 3-point shot and knock it down.
Where was this shooting earlier in the game?
Yeah, exactly.
Such a hole right now if this had been going on earlier, but no such dice.
Pass comes in now. Coleman against the full court trap to King in the front court. Now Chapman on the outside. 1:15 counting left in this one. Now as the pass comes for King. Now Coleman out on top. UMD going to have to start think about fouling as Coleman goes all the way down toward the baseline. They're going to call a foul on that one. Wow, that is a really tough call against Alex Illicaden.
That's just inexcusable there by the referees. That one,
that's a soft call for sure.
Man.
Because Coleman went down there looking for the fall. That was why he went into Illicaden like that. He was looking for the call. He got it, and Coleman goes to the free throw line. First one is up and good.
I mean, it took about 5 steps before that happened, too. It's just, this really shouldn't be, you can't pass that along at D2 level. We've had some of the best referees we've seen in years really up here recently, but this is really paltry.
Coleman has 7 off the 2 makes. Now back to the way Entwistle off the glass. Scores the bucket and will draw the foul. There's still some hope for UMD. Now 79-68. They haven't put it up on the board as of yet. With 1:39 left, there it is. And Entwistle will shoot 1. It's still a 3-possession ball game, even if actually a 4-possession game if he makes the free throw. The free throw is up and good. King will trigger it in. In for Chapman. Now the pass for King. In the front court comes Coleman. Pass comes down low. Pass outside now for Stark. Knocked away by Blair. It'll stay with Northern. They'll have 20 seconds to shoot. And 1:29 on the clock. And Bulldogs, by the way, have 19 fouls. The Wolves with 7. So on the next one, it'll be 2 shots guaranteed here for Northern State. And looks like we might have a timeout whistled here. And actually now what they're going to do is they're going to come over and look at a replay. So we'll take a quick audio break and come back with more. This is Bulldog men's basketball, courtesy of Bulldog Productions and Bulldog Country. So we're back. 79-69 remains the score. And it will be Northern State basketball here with 1:29 left to play. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Andrew Coleman will trigger it in. And now they'll use a timeout. Nice job by the Bulldogs coming out of the review break. For Northern, by the way, they will have one, or do they have 2 timeouts left? They haven't put it up on the board as of yet. I'm looking to see if they change the number. So it will be 2 timeouts for Northern State. One will be left for UMD. 1:29 left. Reminder, our next broadcast of Bulldog basketball will come up tomorrow. The Bulldogs take on NSU Moorhead. The second time in 2019-20. And the Dragons, I believe, handed the Bulldogs one of their 5 losses in conference play the first time they played. So another big ball game tomorrow night for UMD. I might be wrong about that. I have to go back and look. As we finally do come out of timeout, Coleman now will trigger it in. Here's Fox in the corner. Now getting a step, Fox hangs in the air. Outside now, here's Coleman. And now giving the foul is Meyer. And now Coach Justin Wick doesn't like that call either.
I didn't see really any contact there. He swiped to the ball. He got a little bit of the ball, but the defender, or the Bull maintained possession, but
Coleman's first free throw rims out, no good. So a 10-point game in favor of the Wolves, 79-69. Second free throw is good. By the way, Northern State trying to win their 3rd straight NSIC regular season title. As Entwistle in the front court. Here's Meyer, he'll take a 3. That one's short, no good. Fouls up his own miss. Puts up a shot, no good. Get the foul called, I think, on Fox as he tried to come up. And that'll be the 8th team foul against Northern State.
That's his 4th personal foul, so Bulldogs can try to force one more. I guess it's kind of late for that happening. The big thing to talk about here is if you look at the scoreboard, there's 4 Wolves in double digits, 3 for the Bulldogs, but it's 10, 11, and then Brendan Meyer, 29, actually 30 now. So
now 30 as he makes the free throw. Yeah.
Kind of a one-man army versus the world right now.
Well, and you got to give Northern State credit for being very balanced offensively. 24 for King, 17 for Stark, 14 for Fox, 13 for Chapman. I mean, they've spread it around tonight as Meyer knocks down both free throws. He now has 31, 80-71 with 1:15 left. King will inbound it. Gets it in now for Chapman, and they get the foul right away, and that's what they have to do. Try to extend the game as long as possible as Entwistle gives the foul. That's his 3rd. And 2 free throws coming up for the freshman, Tommy Chapman, who's had a very strong game tonight, the freshman. Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, played his high school basketball at Park Center High School. Came in averaging 8.5, has 13 tonight. First free throw is good. The scariest part about this Northern State team, of their starting 5, only 1 senior in the entire group. Chapman's second free throw is good. He now has 15 in the ball game, 82-71, 11-point game. And Whistle back the other way, hands it off. Rorschach will hoist the 3. That rims out, no good. Rebound for Parker Fox. Bulldogs surrounding him. And now the ball's taken away by Meyer. Hands it off. Now coming through, going up for the shot, and laying it in is going to be Illikainen. 59.6 seconds left. 9-point game. Coleman for King. Stark, now for Chapman, and now he's being chased by Blair. Now King splits a couple defenders on the outside. Bulldogs need to foul here. As Meyer tried to foul on the outside, now they get the pass to Coleman. Out on top, now it's Stark. And finally the foul is given.
Another thing I want to talk about, these referees, Parker Fox on the other side, he traveled. He took about 6 steps with that ball in his arms, and I get it wasn't called. Bulldogs are lucky they didn't get called on a foul there. Ended up getting possession and able to get a basket off of it, but
it was interesting because the Bulldogs actually were trying to foul on that play, and it ended up being a turnover.
Well, and I mean, couple steps, it's a travel again. It's just being missed. I guess it's a hard thing to watch for, but it's got to be enforced.
Start at the line with 38.2 left. Misses the free throw long. 38.4 seconds. The Bulldogs need to make up 9 points. Stark second free throw. Good. 4-possession game now, 83-73 as the pass comes in. And Whistle in the front court. On the outside. He'll step back. He'll fire a three off the back rim. Rebound for Stark. He'll lob it over the top. Coleman behind everybody will go up and throw it down with 2 hands, and that'll put the finishing touches on this one. 85-73. Northern on their way to win number 19. We'll have a 2-game lead against the Bulldogs here as Blair misses the shot coming in. Rebound grab by Fox. Northern State's going to have a 2-game lead here. As Fox comes across the timeline, he dribbles it out, 8 seconds left. They'll hold on to the ball, give it for Coleman. And I'll say this for Northern, they deserve the win tonight. They were the better team. I'm not going to take it away from them. The Bulldogs fall by the final score of 85-73. With the loss, the Bulldogs now 18-7 on the season, 13-6 in the NSIC.